Hola, my friends, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, guys. So check it out. We're going to do some Saturday stamping nails. You know how we get down with that. And the theme for this week is mermaids. So we're going to be doing something mermaid-ish here. I'm not even 1000% sure. You know what I do know? That I'm using this polish right here, and it's from Victorian Varnish, and as you can see, I'm actually wearing it right now. It turns into this. It's a thermal. So I like that she puts this up here because then I can see them from the top. Thermal, I know what's happening, and I don't have to turn it around. But anyways, this one I've actually had for a minute. This one is called As You Wish, and it's thermal from Smidgen of Us, and this was February of 2025. So I've had a little bit, and I haven't actually used it in a set. I have been using it on myself though because I love this color. Not gonna lie, I have like 3 different versions by 3 different people, and I absolutely love this one. Seeing all the little beautiful flakies in there, and they're kind of like pinkish, and I guess translucent as well, but you see that little shimmer and some glitter and stuff. It's kind of like turquoise a tiny bit, so it's really so pretty. Anyway, so that's what we're using here. And for the mermaid, we're also using a Victorian Varnish plate, guys. I'm so excited to use it. So this one is Victorian Varnish, but it was designed by Pretty Fingers by Robin. So here's the little deal. Isn't it so cute? It's actually not available at Pretty Fingers by Robin's site. For this one, you would need to go to Victorian Varnish's site to get it. But there it is, and it's all about basically this little theme that she had for her brand, which is the steampunk theme, right? And then she has a little octopus and stuff on her box. I should actually go get one and see if I even have one, because I don't think I have kept one. Maybe I have. But anyway, it has these little super-sized mermaids or fluffy mermaids on it. Even the little tail right here. Love this hat. And of course, can't get enough of the octopus. Here he is with the ship, right? There he is. So I want to say that most of these things are not in 2 sizes. Actually, the only thing that you may find in 2 sizes is like the bottle and some of these little mechanical pieces. See, there's some smaller ones, but mainly for the main part, it looks like she does have the seashells and smaller and big as well. What else? But that hat, you know, the blimp. We got some mechanical blimpies right here, 2 of them, and a shark, a fish, as well as a seahorse. And this dude, why is he so amazingly looking? He looks fun, right? Her little V thingy, right? That one, that does have a smaller version of it right here. And then the Pursuit of Happiness, which she has on her box as well. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna do with this thing. Let's get our polish done for sure. Let's start here. Alright, so while these guys dry, let's go ahead and pick up some items that we want here. So I'm thinking I want this, right? On the thumb, and then instead of him though, take him out because I'm mermaidish, and use one of these mermaids in his place. I think it could work. Alright, I think I'm gonna go with Orchard for this bottom piece, since I'm gonna stamp my girl a little bit darker. Plus I want light in the bottom and darker on top, right? That's what I think. Here we go. Ooh, this is actually the color of the back of the plates. And we're gonna pick up some of the mechanics too, with different purples, I think, right? I'm gonna give this guy a little bit of color there, but I think I want to try and stick as much as possible to the green. I mean, to the green, to the purple. But I realize, of course, you know, I need to add other colors as well, or at least one or two more, you know. So, anyways, we're gonna do a little bit with this iced one because it is in the purple family, but super light, right? Let's do it. I think I want this one for the ground though, and then something to fill in. Just a couple of little things that we have here. What do we want? I'm thinking maybe this right here. And this is some type of like, I don't even know what this color is. It's like a blue-green, I guess. But I'm gonna add a little white to it too, to lighten it up a little bit, because it's a little bit dark for me and what I'm trying to do here. But I just feel like it's that other color that goes with purple that has to do with mermaids. They are, you know, it's been branded, guys. It's been branded. We're just coming in and using it. Hold up. Here we go. Want them to be really light. Went ahead and just lightened it a little bit more to do the two little final pieces. But it's a very subtle situation happening there. I think that's going to be complementary once it's all in. So now the lilac, I'm going to put it on there kind of to grab that ground a little bit so it could be lighter here on my nail. I mean, look at that. In comparison to when it turned that lighter color, you know, it will almost disappear. Then I think pick her up, my little mermaid girls up with a darker purple. So this one, what is it even? What? Funk is life? Well, I guess it is, boo. Alright, so here we go. We're ready to add our items, and in addition, we're going to be putting some of these guys in different colors to it. That's like the embelly, right? I think I'm going to do that after I lay these guys down. So let's start here with the thumb. Of course, I'll be using my little oiling and my little sponging. Alright, so I almost got ahead of myself there, but before I put them down, I'm going to lay down some of these. Oops, where we at? Some of these mechanics on there. Boop, boop, boop. And then for her to kind of lay on top of it. I could actually just pick that up right there and boom, just stamp it on. Let's do it. But the thing is, I want them to be different colors, so not gonna be able to just pick up as a soup. So I'm gonna be picky and choosy, and then just pick them up. I'm thinking this color, maybe a purple, and this one. Alright, let's see. Alright, so I did use that top coat on that to create some type of depth, you know, between the sealant guy. Anyway, that's enough sometimes just to create a little bit of depth between them and him when I put him on top. I think this would be too much, so 2 is perfectly fine. And I've got these little extras that I'm going to use. What I want to do, though, with this guy is, with this lady, actually, is like have her tail behind her and then her on top of it. Hang on, let me get this off of here. Pop my bottom off. That's so crazy. So what I want to do with her is like have her tail and then her be on top of it, which clearly is not the way she is here, right? So I'm thinking, let me just cut her with this, right? Boom. Now I have a second piece. Let me see what I can move over here. I'm actually going to be putting him first, so let me just go ahead and do it. All I need to do is get it to catch. once any part of it catches, boom, it's going, you know. So here we go. Right there, and then she will go right on top like this, right? So let me dab it, because the top of this is not sticky, you know what I mean? So there it is. Let's see how we can get her on there. And you can kind of see the tail, but she's below it, or what? Yeah, she's gonna have to be below. I wish I would have put it more over, but too late. Here she is. I don't really want to turn her, so... Dude, go down! Go! Yo, okay, here we go. Boom. Nice. Okay, yeah. Let's see. That's the way it was supposed to go. Alright, let's seal it. Alright, so I moved that over here to the clear because my eyes sometimes get like overstimulated and I cannot see what is going on. So here we go. I'm going to do my last little embellishments here. I'm going to put this one here and then probably one or two over here on this guy, and then we are done. Here we go. I'm gonna let this dry and then do a top coat, and we get to do a dance. Yeah, buddy. We finally survived. Let's go. And there we have it, guys. Our little mermaid scene. And a really fun one because, you know, the whole steampunk kind of different. I definitely haven't done anything like that before. So this was an experience and I love it. Let's see how she looks, how the whole scene looks when we change the color on it too. Alright, we got this style, right? Very nice. And now let's go ahead and get it in hot water. Boom. Hold up. Nice. Oof, I love it so much. Look. How cute. And boop. Love it. Yes, that's my favorite. I am really, really happy with these and the way that they turned out. Peep, cannot get over that thermal. Look at that change on the thumb coming in. And I'm sure you've seen it throughout the video on my own hand, you know, the change. There it is, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in this cute little mermaid design. I'll see you next week. Don't forget, guys, go ahead and subscribe and like this thing. Why not, dude? Why not? Anyways, nos vemos. See you later. Remember to take that love, share it, boom, everywhere you go with everything and everyone, especially yourself. Adios. Au revoir.